So welcome. Thanks.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me here, and I think this is a really cool thing for me to see kind of the progression over my last 11 years in Kansas City, and be able to see, I think, middle of the map, and I think the progression of creativity in the city just keep evolving, I think, year after year. So I feel it's a big honor to sit next to one of my favorite guys on the planet right here with Matthew, and I've had a long relationship, even growing up with, he grew up with my wife in Springfield, Missouri, so we've got a long history of connection with each other, but in business we've been able to, I think, see eye to eye in kind of a lot of capacities with taking our gifts and talents in the marketplace and being able to use that in business and really do something, I think, unique and special in the city. And obviously I'm coming from a clothing end and he's coming from an architecture end. Just to give you a little bit about my journey here in KC, my wife and I, Emily, started our first store in Town Center Plaza in Leawood around almost coming up on 11 years ago. And so we started with a little 1,100 square foot boutique, and we came to town when we were only 26 years old. So we had a really kind of young start, I would say, in the entrepreneurial space of the town, and we just were passionate about clothes, and we had an opportunity, and so we just, Emily said it best this last month. She said we unlocked the doors the first month, and we've kind of put our head down and been sprinting ever since, and we continue to sprint on a daily basis. We're really passionate about what we do in business, and ultimately what we've really looked at over the past 10 years of what we've done is to me, it's all about product and people for what we do, and serving people passionately. And so for us, it's kind of our recipe is we've said we're in the people business and we just happen to sell clothes. And so in regards to that, it is 100% about the people and the talent and the team that is around us on a daily basis, and bringing in, for us, products to Kansas City early on that were fulfilling a niche and meeting a need in the city. And then in 2009, as it evolved, Baldwin Denim and collection was just an idea, and I started out with 270 pairs of jeans and 3 cuts of jeans for men, and I brought the best American and Japanese fabric sewn the original way that Levi Strauss actually sewed it back in 1883. I went back into the history of denim, and with kind of my experience, I would say, on the retail side of things and buying and selling the top premium denim brands in the country since 2003. 2009 was like the perfect time to launch Baldwin. And I wasn't seeing anything new and fresh in the marketplace, and I knew the marketplace very well, being on the retail side. It gave me, so to speak, a master's degree in denim and in apparel, being able to connect with the customer on a daily basis, seeing what trends are viable in the market, and seeing what really motivates people and what really actually works, beyond trending, beyond brand, beyond all these things that we're marketed to from a premium denim brand perspective. I was able to take all those things into account of what makes a really good jean and what makes it sustainable to a customer when they come in and they vote with their dollars and they buy a pair of jeans, and to see that customer satisfaction time and time again, that they're coming back to us because we've earned their trust by shopping with us. And so that was kind of the early on recipe. And for me, I have a degree in apparel manufacturing from FITM in Los Angeles, and so early on I never really saw myself getting into the retail side of things, but looking back in hindsight, it was the biggest gift that I've had, given what I've been able to do and accomplish today. And so giving you a little bit of the history, so it was started in 2009, and we started with 3 cuts for men, and I always knew that I had to start with the men's first, because typically what happened is that men weren't as apt to adapting to buying their girlfriends or their wives, I'm sorry, my phone's going off, or their girlfriends or their wife's jeans. So for me, I had to be able to start, sorry, technology issues. I had to start with men's first and then really establish that customer base and really have an organic following. We did no national marketing other than leveraging the internet. And I think with that being said, I think with a lot of the innovation that we're seeing today, the question I get asked a lot is how are we viable in the market in Kansas City, on a national level, and how do we grow this thing organically the way that we did? And I would say a lot of it was through, I would say at the core, meeting a need in the marketplace and presenting a product that definitely was not presented in the way that I had, whether it's the fit or the fabric or the branding and identity side of things. But what we really did was we connected on a national scale with the internet. And in '09, as we all knew, when the economy melted down for retail, we took it on the chin pretty tough. And what we weren't seeing is anything new and fresh and exciting. And what we did was we just went consumer direct with the internet and really started talking and getting the word of mouth out about what we're doing and engaging in conversation with guys in Williamsburg and with guys in Seattle and different pockets of the market that were denim enthusiasts. And so out of that kind of early adopters that got into the product in '09 to begin to evolve. And it was really exciting to see the internet kind of catch fire with this notion of designed in Kansas City, made in the USA. And at the core of what we do is just that. We design in Kansas City. The factories that we use are in Los Angeles. They're some of the oldest denim factories that we actually have in the U.S., which, when you're looking at manufacturing, you're looking at a factory and a sewing group's ability and their core competency to cut and sew a garment to its literally highest degree of excellence, and obviously giving the customer the ultimate performance in a product. So what we've done is I cut and sew in Los Angeles. So we do all of our washing in Los Angeles, and then now we've evolved into today where we're milling our fabric in Japan. And so it's been a really fun journey. In this last year, in 2012, Baldwin, and I was recognized by GQ magazine as the best new menswear designer in the U.S. And so I was given the, thank you. And so I was given the opportunity to partner with The Gap. Part of it was that I was able to design a 15-piece collection for The Gap stores, and it was sold in 200 stores worldwide. And I'm proud to say that it had amazing sell-through, and the word of mouth and the customer interaction literally internationally was something that I felt very blessed by the response that we had for that collection. So it's given me a lot of opportunities, as well as it was really fun for me to put, I designed, you guys have probably seen around town, the KC hat, and it was really, it was really fun for me to see it literally in Thailand, in Paris, in all these cities across the world. And I think that really it comes down to the hat. It only has my signature white rivet on the back of the eyelid on the hat. And it was really, from day one, it was my love for this city and something that was a city pride thing. It wasn't to blast the brand Baldwin all over it, but it was our Helvetica font very simply placed on a very classic ball hat that was made, and I make it with the oldest Major League Baseball hat manufacturer left in the U.S. So it's got a lot of history to it. The quality's there. It's dead stock wool that's just unbelievable. And so for me, it was something that to be able to put it into the Gap stores and kind of translate out of this town and to kind of see it, we'll be in an airport and we'll see 2 or 3 here or there. And, I get texts from friends. They'll be on an airplane or they'll be at a restaurant in Venice in California, and they'll say, hey, it's the KC hat, and it starts these conversations. And what that really is exciting to me as an entrepreneur in this city is it's all about community and connection for me.